Hi, I'm Ross Benjamin, reporting for the Offshore Gaming Association. That's OSGA.com, your number one source for information on the offshore sportsbook industry. That's OSGA.com. It's time for another edition of my college basketball underdog picks. I'm currently taping on Wednesday, the 20th of March. These games all go in the NCAA Tournament on Thursday, the 21st. What an exciting time of year. The big dance is upon us. Two play-in games were played last night. We'll see two more tonight, and then we get full bore into the NCAA tournament starting tomorrow. Let's get right to the three underdog picks I'm going to touch upon. Let's start in the West region, where we'll see the number 13 seed Vermont Catamounts take on the number 4 seed Florida State Seminoles. The game will be played in Hartford, Connecticut, and that's an important factor, folks, because that's right in the backyard of Vermont. They're sure to get a lot of home support in this particular venue, as it is neutral crowds, especially early in the tournament, usually side with the underdog, which Vermont is in this case. The Catamounts right now are a 9-point underdog at 5 dimes. I've seen them as low as 8.5, by the way, and also this line opened at 11. So between Vermont's being a dangerous dog, if you consider the fact they started 3-3 this season, they've won 24 of their last 27 games. This will just be the 5th time all season long they will be an underdog. They've gone 3-1 against the spread as a dog in their previous 4 times. They covered against Kansas, and they also covered against Louisville, both teams in the tournament. They covered, I should say, as an underdog on both occasions against 2 tournament teams. Now, Florida State, it made it all the way to the ACC final, where they lost to Duke. And, you know, this is a Florida State team I really like. I just think this is a dangerous spot. I'm not going to call for the outright upset here, but I think the partisan home crowd, it's not really a home crowd, but it might seem like that in Hartford, Connecticut, will carry Vermont for most of this game and keep them very competitive and inside this number. I'm going to take the Vermont Catamounts +9 over the Florida State Seminoles. The next game I'm going to take a look at is the proverbial 12 versus 5 matchups. And all of you who have been following the NCAA tournament for numerous years know the history of number 12s upsetting number 5s in the first round of the tournament. And this one has a very good possibility to happen as well, in my opinion, as the number 12 Murray State Racers take on the number 5 Marquette Warriors. This is a game that will also be played in East Hartford, Connecticut. Murray State currently is a 3.5-point underdog at BetOnline. This is a Marquette team that, after starting 23-4 this season, has now gone 1-5 straight up in ATS in their last 6 games, and they've shot 38% or worse in 3 of their last 4, and that's not good news considering Murray State is a very good defensive team that has held opponents to 41% shooting this season, as well as allowing them to convert just 28.2% of their 3-point attempts. This is a Murray State team 27-4, 3 times as an underdog this year, 3-0 against the spread. The last time they were tabbed as an underdog was way back on December 22nd at Auburn. Auburn is the winner of the SEC tournament, by the way, and they covered in that contest as a 13-point underdog as they lost to the Tigers on their home floor just by 5 points. Murray State, in addition to their current 11-game win streak, is a very dangerous opponent here in the first round. I like them to win the game outright, but I'm not going to get greedy. I will take the 3.5 points they're going to give me, and boy, oh boy, what a superstar they have in 6'3" guard J.A. Morant, who is averaging 24.6 points per game and 10 assists per game, a double-double average on the year. One of the best players in the country. And Morant, he scored 36 in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament championship win, I should say, at Belmont. This guy is a premier player, and look for him to be a major part of possibly pulling an upset here. But we'll get, once again, we're going to take the 3.5 points and not get greedy. Murray State plus 3.5 over Marquette. Now, the last game we're going to take a look at, another 12 versus 5 matchup. It comes in the Midwest region, a game that will be played in Salt Lake City, Utah, as the number 12 New Mexico State Aggies will take on the number 5 seed Auburn Tigers. We just mentioned Auburn. That game will tip off at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, by the way. We mentioned Auburn. They just went and surprised in the SEC tournament. All expected either Kentucky or Tennessee to walk away with that SEC title, but it was Auburn that won 4 games in 4 days and blew out Tennessee by 22 points in the SEC final. But you know what? I'm always leery when I see a team win 4 games in 4 days to win a conference title and then have short rest like Auburn will have. They're going to be working on 3 days rest here after that glorious run to the SEC title, and that's a very dangerous spot. You might see a little bit of a flat spot here for the prohibited favorite here, the Auburn Tigers. Conversely, this is a New Mexico State team that enters the NCAA tournament on a 19-game win streak. This is an Aggies team also that shot 50.8% or better in 5 of their last 7 games. Auburn right now, as good as they're playing, they've won 8 in a row. They won the SEC tournament, but over their last 5 games, they've been very shaky defensively, allowing opponents to shoot 47.8% and convert 42.1% of their three-point attempts. And what's really concerning to me, if I was an Auburn fan, over that course of time, they were out-rebounded by 6 per game, and they're going to be facing a New Mexico State Aggies team, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Over their last 8 games, they're a plus 13.9 rebounds per game. That's absolutely awesome rebounding, folks. I look for that to be a big factor in carrying New Mexico State inside this number and a possible upset. I'm going to take New Mexico State here, plus the 6 versus Auburn. Once again, we're going to take Vermont plus 9 over Florida State. That's a West Region game in East Hartford that starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to take Murray State as a 3.5-point underdog over Marquette, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time tip. And then, once again, New Mexico State plus the 6 against Auburn. You can get 6 right now at Bovada. Everybody else has 5.5. And that game will take place in Salt Lake City, Utah, the same time zone as New Mexico State, by the way, while Auburn has to travel across 2 time zones on short rest. Once again, I touched upon all those points. New Mexico State here, plus the 6 versus Auburn. New Mexico State plus 6, Vermont plus 9, Murray State plus 3. Be sure to visit my website, rbwins.com, where I'm absolutely on fire right now in college basketball and have been for quite some time now. As a matter of fact, to be specific, my college basketball picks overall, 27-15, 64%. My last 42, 55-35. That's 61% over my last 90. And dating back to last year, my college basketball picks, 86-58. That's 60% over the last 144 picks. And once again, dating back to last year. How about my college basketball 10-star top plays? Those are my highest rated selections, 32-14 over the last 46. That's good for 70%. You want somebody who's red hot right now, heading into March? I'm your guy. Look at my website, rbwins.com. You can purchase all my packages, daily, weekly, monthly, annual, all right there. Or you can call me direct, 781-571-0299, 781-571-0299. 0299. That's rbwins.com. Until the next time, good luck with all your picks.